So I just randomly decided to record a podcast because, I don't know, it's fucking 8 in the morning. I've got a fart. I just burped, but I'm not going to burp and fart at the same time because that's a horrible sounding fart. That was gross. I can't believe you watched this show. Double pipe classic, which is coined by Tom Segura, is when you burp and fart at the same time. That was not that. It has to be natural. You can't force it. You just have to burp and fart at the same time. But I was thinking I was like going to record a little Instagram video with for my friends and talk about. I was just going to record an Instagram video. And I was like, why don't I just record a podcast? I like doing that way more. I was just gonna say shit. Is this thing still on? Shit, hello? Is this thing on? Dom Rickles, fuck. Dom Rickles was here in February and I didn't see him and he died, and that's fucking crazy. And I really wanted to go see him. I really wanted to. I mean, I don't have any good excuse. That's just a dumb fucking move. Fuck. Anyways, don't get Alright, man. I'm talking to myself. Alright, dude, get with it. Don't get depressed. It's the morning. Gotta stay positive. I meditated. I made my bed. I journaled. I'm feeling good. But then I thought of Don Rickles. Like, fuck, dude, he's old. And I mean, he lived an awesome fucking... He seemed like he had the most badass life, dude. He was back in Sinatra era, fucking hanging, doing his thing, being one of the funniest people ever. And, literally one of the funniest people ever. Not just he's one of the funniest people. No, ever. Not for today's time. Fucking ever. Okay, 2 minutes in. Let's get with it. What was I talking about? Fuck, so last night I fucking ate so much food. You know, it's one of the parts of this podcast is diet. So I guess we'll just start off with the waist update. Did you eat great or did you eat like shit? Waist update. Waist update. The waist is going good. Everything's cool. I mean, I'm in basically the best shape of my life. There might be one other time for a couple weeks where I was in a better shape, but I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm not doing it for a girl. Last time I was doing it because I was dating this hot doctor lady named Orthodontist. And so, that's not good motivation, because then when she broke up with me, I just started eating shitty and I didn't give a fuck. And I was like, if she doesn't like me, then I don't care who likes me. Stupid shit that I do. That I've done. That I did. Stupid shit where, I don't know. It's so weird that I still think about my ex. But like I said, she was the first one who broke up with me. It happened late in life. If you've listened to the podcast, you've heard the story. But last night I ate a shit ton of food. Yeah, no, so this chick, I mean, I still think about her a lot. I think I write emails in my head to her that I don't send. That's a tweet if I've ever tweeted one. I write emails in my head that I don't send to her, and it's just kind of weird, It's weird to think about someone that much, but it's also cool when someone impacts you that much. I don't want to give away too much, because you should read this. I'm not even going to try to say the guy's fucking name. I don't even want to try to say it because I'll get it wrong. But the book is called How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia, and it's a book that I saw Tim Ferriss recommend, and it's incredible. I cried during the last 20 pages, and I wept during the last 4 pages. It's beautiful how we interact with our... it's beautiful, the real deep connections that we make. I mean, everything's beautiful. The stranger connections, that's beautiful too. But the real deep connections that kind of persist and last. And it was just a great book, but it was really just about a connection. And some connections just, they don't go away. I don't know. At least in the last 6 years, it hasn't gone away with her. I still think about her, and I still want to I don't know, get closure, not closure, I don't know what. I have some strategies because I wrote like 4 or 5 songs about her. Not just that, but I gave her like a CD of like 4 songs, I think, that I'd never, maybe just 3 songs, but I never released them. So I want to release those this year. I think that might be somewhat cathartic to kind of release the songs that I wrote about her. You know, just get them done and out, and I don't know. Who knows? Okay, this is off track of what I was originally talking about, the fucking food. What did I eat? I ate pretty much a whole DiGiorno. And like one of those garlic bread ones, one of like the box ones. So it's like a little bit bigger than a normal DiGiorno. But I didn't eat 1/9 of it. Good work, me. I drank 2 kombuchas, 4 grams of sugar in each bottle. So I didn't get the ones that have like 10 grams per bottle or whatever, but it's still 2 kombuchas, and then 2 88% dark chocolate, 10 sugar grams each bar, so 20 grams of sugar and chocolate. I ate chocolate. I ate 2 bars of chocolate. I had a banana. I ate almost a whole DiGiorno pizza, and I drank 2 kombuchas, and I did it all really fast in sequence while I watched Spectacular Spider-Man, which is an excellent show, and Disney fucked up by canceling it and starting Ultimate Spider-Man, their cartoon. Because Spectacular Spider-Man is spectacular. It's right in the fucking name. It's so good. I like teared up at the end of season 1. Not teared up, but like I just like got emotional. I was like, whoa, this is weird. I didn't know that was going to happen. It's such a good show. I think beyond Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis, it's the best like single iteration of Spider-Man, you know, in a single force. But I was watching that and I just binge ate, and I have these hot girls coming into my shop this weekend, and it's weird, like I get into the best shape of my life and I just feel pressure. It's such a weird thing. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's such a weird thing. I don't know. But like, you know, the chick's like, when are you working? It's like, and it makes me feel nervous, and it makes me want to like, you know, that going back to that metaphor of like the test, you know, like when you don't fucking study for a test because then it doesn't matter. It's like one of those things where it's like, I just feel pressure, but I don't want to do it for other people. But I'm basically doing this podcast to kind of talk through these thoughts that I'm having about weight and like, why did I binge? Why did I do that? But it's cool. A couple weeks ago, I had a really bad binge and like ate, a whole Ben and Jerry's, which doesn't sound like much, but it's 100 grams of sugar. A whole Ben and Jerry's is 100 grams of sugar. That's so much. It's not about like guilt or society and weight or what. It's like that's just so much for your body to process. Just literally, like as your body being a working machine, it's too much. It's too much fucking sugar. And it's fun and it's great to do that. I mean, it's great fun to do that, but it's like, it's not healthy to fucking inject that much, sugar. It's not about like being a hippie or being like some fucking anal retentive health conscious person, but it's like just a literal like looking at the facts, but okay, that's too much. And like that's what I did last night, and so it's cool. Like I did have a binge, earlier, and a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I guess like 2 weeks ago I had a bad binge, and that was what like got me. I've been running and working out super hard, so that bad binge I used as motivation, and that's what got me into like the best shape I've been in, where I'm like running around the lake for 5 miles, and I might be more than 5 miles too, but I looked online, I read the lake was a mile, and someone's like, I think it's more than a mile, whatever. Just that I'm like doing this shit, and I'm feeling really active. That's fun, and it's really, I don't know, I'm gonna use my binge last night to motivate me even harder to fucking work out, because I don't want to go back. I don't want to like keep doing that every day, and that's like where it's at, where it's really bad when I'm doing that every day. And the night before I got like a little DiGiorno, and I ate 2 like peanut butter nut fucking chocolate bars, and I mean, I don't know. I've had like so many feels too, but there's so much stuff going on right now, and I think I was just eating my feelings, but I don't want to do that. I want to like acknowledge what I'm doing, look at what I'm doing, and stop it before like it goes too far. and just say like, hey bud, just eat healthy today. Like I didn't need the food. And I went out in the fucking rain and I went and spent $45 on fucking, well, I needed to get stuff for my shake, my Rhonda Patrick smoothie. But I still, you know, I went overboard. And it was funny because like I went outside and it was raining super hard. I went outside the grocery store and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to call a Lyft and I'm going to go get a pizza. So I went and got a pizza. Like I had like resisted and I was like leaving and then I saw the rain and then I called a Lyft and then I went and got a pizza and I was like, damn it, you were so close, you should have just walked home. But it's fine. Sometimes it's good. I mean, it's just like hitting rock. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but like when, you know, it's like that idea of like hitting rock bottom when you're like, when you really get to like look at it, and it's those things where it's so compulsive. You're just like a fucking, like you're like on autopilot, just compulsively like eating all this stuff. It's like an addict, just like, and not in control. And it's such a weird thing. It's why I've never done cocaine. I've never done any of that shit because I have a hard time handling shit. You know, I have a hard time like handling substances. I know like I have substance abuse problems with fucking food. But food's a huge addiction, man. Food's like this huge, it's not innocuous. It's a huge addiction that like we just don't take seriously. And look around, people are so fat. People are so fucking fat, man. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that in a literal way. They are so fucking fat. People are way too overweight. They're eating way too much food. And then there's all this shit about like jocks being just these asshole, you know, like athleticism being associated with being a jock and being an asshole and not being mentally stimulated and not being like intelligent and all this stuff. But it's not fucking true, man. It's just like a rumor and it's like this thing that gets perpetuated. And then our society, instead of like, you know, I'm not saying we should fat shame, but we shouldn't fat praise, which is what we're doing. Like, we're praising people who are alcoholics, essentially, with food, that are, like, going to die early. And we're fucking like being like, oh, it's so beautiful that you came out as a fat person. It's like, no, it's cool that, it's not about society standards. It's about your fucking body. Your mechanism cannot take this. I've been 300 pounds. It wasn't about me going, I'm going to just accept who I am. It's about me saying, what the fuck am I eating only cereal and pizza for? That I wake up and I eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then I have pizza for lunch, and then I have leftover pizzas for dinner. That's, what the fuck, man? That's not fuel, that's not energy, that's not like providing your body with what it needs. And then our society, like, instead of confronting this huge addiction, just like cigarette smoking, which we did, and where we confronted the actual facts of the health issues, and we said, look, it's bad for you. You can do it if you want, but we're not going to deny the facts. Instead of doing that, we're like, be fat. Be fucking overweight. Praise your overweight body. There are people that can't fucking walk because they had a fucking accident or because they were born with the inability to walk. Yet there are people that can walk or could walk that got too fucking fat. They ride around in jazzies now. Like they couldn't fucking stop eating so that they have the same debilitating disorder that someone was born with the inability to walk. They gave themselves the inability to walk just because they couldn't put the fucking ice cream down. It's so fucking ridiculous. And then we're going to just pretend like that's not insane? Like that's not a problem? We're just going to say it's cool? At what level is it cool to be fat? At what level is it cool to be like a plus size model or all this shit? Like, it's not fucking cool. It's not cool to have these ridiculous beauty standards like Chris Hemsworth or Olivia Munn or whatever. Like, no one looks like that but those kind of people. But like, have some fucking decency to know that being a 400 fucking pound slob isn't the fucking right thing. If you have so much fucking body fat, you can't fucking sit in a movie theater seat, which I've had before where I could barely get in those fucking things. That's not something we should just say is cool and fine and not want to deal with as a society. It should be something we say like, whoa! You are a fucking machine, a human being machine. Your body, your brain is inside your body, your mind is inside your brain, however the shit that works, or your body's inside the mind. If this is all mind and consciousness, I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. And a scientist would be like, that's very, very mystical type speak you're using. Whatever! Just saying. What am I saying? That's fucking crazy that we don't just say like, no, that's not good. You're a fucking machine. Your body's inside your mind is inside your brain, and all these things function as a result of your body. And the sugar you put in or the drugs you put in, your body processes it all. It goes through your bloodstream, through your brain, through your nervous system. All of it does. When you get fucking high on marijuana edibles, your whole body is taken over. You know what I mean? Like, you feel it everywhere. And that's happening with all food all the time. You just don't feel it because it doesn't have cannabinoid shit in it. You know, it's not made of fucking weed. So you're not getting high. But your body has to function, and your body needs to. You're supposed to get erections in the morning. You're supposed to get, like, your body's supposed to be fucking working. It's a fucking machine. And we should, as a society, want people's bodies to be working and functioning properly. Because if their body's not functioning properly, their brain's not going to be functioning properly, their heart's not going to be functioning properly, their mind's not going to be functioning properly, and they can be at a more optimal, happier place. I've been there, man. I've been fucking there. And my music has not suffered at all. I thought I was so worried that if I like started taking care of myself. I remember, man, when I was like 300 pounds, I was like, if I lose this weight, am I going to suck at writing songs? Am I going to lose, like, is my weight, is this pain about being such a fatty? Like, is this pain of being fat the reason that I write songs? You know, I had these songs like I Offend Me and all these kind of songs from, and just the pain, the rejection, feeling like a monster, like a freak. All these things can kind of, I guess, add to like songs and songwriting or into the add to creating a metaphor of being a human being. But at the same time, it's like, for me at least, once you see something and you know something and it's so right in front of your face, if you just keep ignoring it and trying to like walk around it, you're gonna keep hitting it, you're gonna keep running into it. You gotta fucking grow. I mean, once you see something really and you know you can change it, how can you not change it? You know, at a point, you're just, I've heard Robert Anton Wilson say, you're just like running into a wall over and over again. Eventually you have to fucking get out and like do something different. And that's kind of how weight is, or whatever it is. It's like you just keep running into that problem. I mean, at what point are you gonna fucking just wise the fuck up, wise up, and fucking go do something else? You know, wise the fuck up, change your behavior, find yourself in a different place. But so that was the thing, and I was really worried about like losing something, and I haven't lost shit. I mean, I've gained shit. I love the music I'm writing. I love the songs I'm writing. I'm very excited about it all. And I'm still fucking sad and shit. I still have like binges and all this shit. I mean, I lost this weight. I meditate. I do a lot of the stuff I think of and I admired in other people, and I admire in other people that I really wanted to do and incorporate in my life that I'm doing. You still have problems. You still have issues. Like, thing doesn't just like fucking clear up. Meditation just helps. This stuff just helps, but it doesn't make you like some impenetrable fucking Zen monk Buddhist dude, right? I don't know, at least for me it hasn't. But it's helped, and it's helped me to like be able to focus, or to like, when something crazy is going on, that I can kind of focus better, because it's crazy shit's going on. I mean, I'm making my 9th album that's 33 songs long, a triple album. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's a lot of sometimes pain and a lot of emotions, and a lot of stuff's going on right now. So this stuff is helping, but shit just, doesn't just become, automatically like smooth sailing or whatever. I'm just saying that if for me at least, I'm just trying to, like, if I really see a bad behavior or I know something, I want to change that. Same thing with, like, I've been single for 3 years because I treated my last girlfriend like shit. I was like, what the fuck was that about? Let's figure this out. I don't want to just treat you like shit. I'm going to take advantage of people's time or use people. I don't want to do that. So, I've been single, and that's a whole other thing, man. That's a whole other thing when you're... What was it like? Oh, I think in this book called The Body Keeps the Score, they were like saying, people thirst for touch, man. And like, it's a weird feeling, like this morning, like being in bed, and like, I felt like that thirst. I was just like, what's that app where you just like call someone to cuddle? Can someone just like cuddle? Like, that's all I want to do, I'll be the big spoon or the little spoon. I don't care. I just want to cuddle. It's such a weird feeling, It's such a weird thing, man. So like, not every, I loved, whatever. I don't want to Louis C.K. has a great new fucking special out, 2017. That's really awesome. Whatever. If you're watching this, you probably know that already. But just, I want to cuddle, you know? I want romantic shit in my life again. It's so hard, man. Romance isn't really, I mean, it's here in our culture, but I mean, it's hard, dude. Tinder and all this stuff, dude. It's a weird fucking world. We're all in a really new, you know, like my generation, not to be like my generation, blah blah blah, but we're the last millennials, people that could buy Big Willie style in the store. Millennials is what I call them. If there was a store for you to buy Big Willie style at, and you bought it, you're a millennial. You're not a millennial. We millennials, we grew up in a world where the internet, like I knew a world without the internet. And anyone did. And like, that's just not the way it is anymore, you know? It's like a girl that's like 21, you know, and that's 10 years younger than me, but I'll still date a 21-year-old. I mean, like, there's not that many single 31-year-olds. I mean, they're doing their own thing or whatever. All right, my phone's going to die. My camera's going to die, so I'm going to make this shorter, cut this a little shorter, but, got this shorter than I thought. But whatever, I feel good. Thanks for listening. I had so much stuff I was thinking about, so I thought, I'm like, I should just fucking record a podcast. Should just record a podcast. Hopefully get Sean Brown on here soon so I can upload. I'm like, this is to be the fourth one that I'm like queued up, just trying to get Sean on. Scheduling conflicts, whatever, scheduling shit. It'll get done. I was talking about chicks or something, right? Whatever. What was I thinking about with chicks? What was I talking about? I don't know. Man, that's the thing guys haven't figured out, right? Women. I mean, am I right? Alright, thanks for listening. Oh, I was just saying we grew up in a world without the internet, man, and now that's it. That's in, and that's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying, like, the dating, the texting, all this shit is like, I'm not really accustomed to it. I'm not accustomed to having to be, like, good author on text, as well as, like, entertaining in person and fun in person, and also I'm supposed to, like, be really good on my phone all the time. And I think I've talked about this on the podcast where I've been like, and I don't understand, I meet a girl and we hit it off like super well, and then I'll like fuck things up over text, and I'm like, wait, why, like, don't you remember? I'm going to see you again, we're going to hit it off exactly the same, so why do you care so much about the text? And I'm like, oh, but that's what you care about. So that's your whole fucking life, like all day long is Instagram and text, and like, you're all this fucking bullshit you're doing all fucking day long, this social media stuff, and like, you want a lot out of guys now. You want them to be this and like handsome enough to take Instagram pictures with, fucking good at writing text and always knowing what to say and always being super on it, and then also being in person, being really confident and affable around friends and people and having a good time and being really cool and making her look cool and making her look like she's being taken care of, and you're being strong and that she's with a really cool guy, and that's in person. And then also when you go home again, you have to make sure you text right, and then you have to make sure you call and make sure you like the right Instagram pictures and like the right photos. And it's like, if you're a chick, all you have to do is be hot. Like, hot and cool. And you don't even have to be that cool. You have to be that cool. Like, a guy's not gonna know. Like, if you're not that cool, he's not gonna know. You just, like, wear a denim jacket and you're cool, like, as a girl. Like, as a guy, you have to, be cool. You can't just wear a denim jacket and be cool. You're just, like, a guy wearing a denim. But if you're a girl, like, cool, she's wearing denim jacket and glasses. She's pretty cool. It's like, that's all you have to do. Like, you could just trick guys. We're just so dumb when it comes to girls. If you're, like, a little hot and you say you read comics. But, oh, you read comics? And it's like, you read The Watchmen. Everyone's read the fucking Watchmen. You don't read comics, you read The Watchmen. That's not the same thing. You've read a comic. You don't read comics. How many chicks read comics? I know that girls in comics hate it, but you're rare. The reason that you have to be like, we're out here, we exist, is because you're rare. You have to be like, we're here. There are girls that read comics, I swear. The reason you have to scream like that is because you're so rare. and I want to date you. If you're a girl that reads comics, I want to date you. I want to fucking date you so hard. I want to date a girl that reads comics. Are you kidding me? Nerds are my favorite. Oh, I would love to date a chick that reads comics. Oh my god, I'm reading Walter Samson's fucking... Is it Samuelson? Fucking Thor run. Thor. I always thought Thor was fucking gay as shit. And I don't mean gay in a homosexual way. But I always thought it was super gay. I was like, Thor? That's so dumb. But, dude, this shit is awesome. It's epic. It's cosmic. It's psychedelic. It's really cool. I've been reading that. Just like one issue in. But one issue in was enough. It's a really famous run if you don't know about comics. Walter Samson's fucking run on Thor. I hope I got his name right. I don't know. Anyway, being a girl must suck, but it's also gotta be like have some cool shit to it because I don't know. But that's gotta be weird too to be like I just want to like have a real conversation, but just because I'm hot, like they're fumbling over their words. He doesn't have his shit together because how hot I am. Come on, man. I'm trying to fucking connect with you. I'm trying to talk with you, and you don't got your shit together because of the way I look. That's gotta be weird. That's not something I've ever had to deal with. But I mean, I'm not saying it's just like the. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Hey there, everybody in the World Wide Web. Welcome to my podcast. Do. Music, movies, comedy, and eating ass. It's fucking tasty good, and I love comic books. Welcome to my podcast.